All right. So moving on to another topic that comes up. Well, we don't really talk to people doing this because they're eventually coming to us, but we talk indirectly about this, which is if I'm trying DIY SEO, where do lawyers get stuck most often, and what mistakes should I avoid? So the core of this is I think lawyers get stuck on execution consistency. They read a bunch, get somewhat knowledgeable about it, and it just becomes like a time crunch. Like you're trying to run cases and manage a business, and then also write a bunch of content and do all this stuff. So there's some people that do it great, and they're very sharp and kind of have the brain for it. But I think it falls for most people because it's an extremely difficult thing to do as an attorney. I mean, for anyone, for myself, and I've been doing it for 15 years, 20 years. If you're trying to come in now, you're going to have a big challenge with it. But there's a few things you can do, right now that are very kind of easy, and I would steer you to make it very simplistic about it. And the things I would recommend doing here are content and link building. That's about 80% of SEO. And so, if you're an attorney, the two time investments I would recommend for you are writing a page for every practice area you have, and then make a list of every question you get or somebody could think to ask about your particular practice area, and more or less write a page for that. Spend more time on the practice area pages because they're going to be focused on people searching more high intent, searching for a lawyer who does XYZ. Then you can kind of supplement that with content about concepts, legal concepts, and more general, broad information. But if you do that and just kind of map that out, the way I do this is I set up a content map for ourselves, and I've got 500 topics in there. And so I always have this kind of backlog of okay, if I have time, I'm going to go in and start to mess with this and add some new content. And I'm updating it, every couple months or month when I see something or something changes in the market, going to be adding it there. And you can basically do the same, but there's really, not an enormous amount of change over time in the legal field. So you can make this one big map and then just kind of keep chugging away on it over time. But I would also say, make sure you are updating your kind of core pages more than, in terms of priority, adding more new pages. So this is kind of a change that's I'm seeing, in real time now, where I think it's becoming more valuable to really try to make those pages great, doing what known as knowledge gain or knowledge add, so that you're adding things that are not out there on other law firm pages. You're using examples, case studies, like all of that, really taking it up to 10x the quality of those core pages, I think is going to be a great time investment. And then the other thing I'm talking about here is link building. And that, it sounds maybe complicated or whatever, but really what I'm advocating here for you is claiming your digital real estate. So not only do you want to have a website, that's really the core piece of SEO and AI visibility, but really what kind of puts gas on the fire, in addition to the content, the website, is being found by other websites. Google still, a big portion of their their algorithm is going to be link based. And so what that means is how many other people on the internet kind of vouch for you that you're found on these other websites. And so the more you have, the better authority you have. Google sees you as more of an actual brand, of actual company of significance, of importance. So to do this in a material sense, you are going to want to basically sign up for every directory, starting with all the legal directories and additional places that you can list your business online. So there's tons and tons of directories, like legal ones, but then also you've got Yellow Pages online, you've got Foursquare, Then you have a bunch of social platforms like YouTube, right? Claim your YouTube page, Facebook, every one of those places. Get in there, add your link, add information about your business. And you can also kind of take this to the next level by using something called Bright Local's local aggregator, citation aggregator. And this is essentially going to blast your business information out to these aggregators that control hundreds of sub websites underneath them. And so the whole ecosystem is controlled by about 4 or 5 groups. You pay them, boom, blast out your information. And then, you want to just keep at it, right? Making sure you're on your local bar organization. If you sign up, if you're using a vendor, ask if you can do a testimonial, get your link on there. There's a million ways to do it, but that's, really where I would spend my time. And then probably if you really want to take it up another notch, then, consult somebody, professionally at some level who can maybe do some of the more advanced things like technical optimization, more off page and link building and stuff like that. So just, do kind of the basic stuff. Don't worry about optimizing too much. Just really do, kind of share your knowledge, right? And a lot of it is going to kind of take care of itself. You'll start to build a presence, then you can refine it more and more over time. Moving on.